Hey everybody, on this video got a 1-inch mortise cylinder. It's a Yale keyway. Pulled this out of a gas station. It comes complete with a dead spider, and I just noticed that's awesome. Alright, so anyway, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to shim it open and rekey the lock, because I do not have a key for this. And the way that we're going to do that, and this can be done with a pick and a shim or a key blank, and a shim key blank is easier, so we're going to do it with the key blank. First thing is remove the cam, and this is usually going to be on a mortise cylinder. The cam is held on with number 1 Phillips screws. Okay, so we've got the cam off. Our spider's still dead. It looks like that's good. Moving around. And what we're going to do is, we're using a pick or a shim. Or a key blank. You're going to insert the shim into the back of the lock. And if you're using a pick, then you would basically take the pick, put it all the way to the back, lift the last pin up, and then try to push the shim in while you let the pin down. It can be done. I find it to be a pain in the ass, so I'd use a key blank. So put the key blank all the way to the back, and what we're doing is actually pushing on the shim. Make sure I get this in the camera here. Pushing on the shim while I'm like kind of tapping, pushing on it while I'm slowly pulling the key blank out. And what happens, you move in there, what's happened is the shim has just went between the bottom and the top pin in chamber 5. You keep pulling the key blank out slowly while tapping on it. If you get too far where you're comes out, just put it all the way back in. Let's see here. And as you can see, this lock is in pretty bad shape here. If I had any other locks without keys, I would use one of those, but at the moment I don't. So anyway, tapping on the shim and pulling the key blank out. So I'm slowly pulling the key blank out while still tapping on it here. And it's important too, if you pull the key blank too far where you're not, okay, just got another one, this should be the third one. You don't want to force it all the way to the back, because there's the fourth one. Because if you force the key blank in, and there's the fifth one. Maybe that was the fourth one. Because if you force the key all the way back in, you'll put one of the pins through the shim, and it gets stuck and it jams the lock up. And it'll be a video for another time on how to deal with that. Okay, there's the fifth one. Okay, so now that we've got the shim between top pins and the bottom pins, we're able to turn the lock, remove the key blank, remove the shim. I'm just going to leave the dead spider alone, and then we'll need a plug follower. Okay, so we're going to take a follower, and basically just going to push the plug out, leaving the driver pins in the lock, and got our key pins here. We don't need these, we're just going to discard them. So dump them out. And if I was actually doing this lock for a customer, I would clean it up, take some tri-flow or something and wipe it down and everything, maybe even drop the drivers and redo those, but I'm just doing this for the hell of it, so I don't care. So now we're going to take our new key that we're going to key the lock to, and this actually has the key code stamped on it. It's 31426. And just in the interest of speed, I've already pulled the pins out, so I'm going to drop them in. That's a 4, 1. I'm try 3, 1, 4, 2, and 6. And then you'll notice that all the pins are flush on the top of the plug. Here's what you want. And then we insert it back in. Actually, something's going on with this here because it looks like pin 5 is not flush. If you look at it, I'm trying to look at the camera, it's not flush. So I either got the wrong side or something's up with it. So basically, I'm just gonna drop that for now. Take 6 out. The rest look like they're fine, and also drop the driver right there. So to put the driver back in, the spring didn't come out. So driver back in here. Trying to touch the gross dead spider. Found a moth in a lock the other day. Okay, so that's back in. Now this is supposed to be a number 6 pin, so let me go back to my pin tray here. Either the size might have been mixed up or grabbed the wrong one or something. Every once in a blue moon you'll find a stamped key that's off too. It doesn't happen often, but I have had that happen as well. So number 6 is going to be a 295. So yeah, it could have been pulled out of this tray, and that's a gold colored pin, and the rest of them are this purple color. So could have been the wrong pin. So drop it in. Nope, it's still too high. So no, there you go. It's flat. Okay, it's in there now. Nope, still too high. So I can't imagine that 2 of these is wrong. It does say Yale number 6, 295. So let me measure my pin. This is more trouble than you normally have to go through, but kind of cool what happened here. 295, okay. That is interesting. So this key appears to be off because the pin does measure 295, which is what the cut is supposed to be, but it's too long. So, or there's something stuck in there, which it doesn't look like. So what I'm going to do is, since I've got a universal kit here, I'm just going to take a 290 and see if a 290 works. And 290 looks like it's flush here, so it looks like that's going to work. So yeah, it doesn't usually happen, but and now it works. Okay, so yeah, this says on the chart here, this is a lab universal chart. It says a 6 pin is 295, but we put a 290 in it. We're not talking about much of a difference. I felt like finding calipers, I would actually measure the key and see the key is off, but either way, it's rekeyed. And one other thing too I can't stress enough is after you get, you test it, you see it's working, make sure before you pull the key out, you put your thumb over the plug so you don't pull the plug out and drop all the pins. And then, so now that we got it working, put our cam back on. And we don't tighten it all the way down, just go almost down. Okay, and just tighten it up all the way, so you don't want these coming loose, because if the screws come loose, then the key will get stuck. Okay, and we'll just test it out, make sure that it operates. Everything seems to be fine on it. So that is how you shim open a lock and rekey it. And that'll do it for now, and we will talk to everybody later.